What's going on, you wild Mission Impossible enthusiasts? Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to watch our review of the fifth entry into the Mission Impossible franchise. We're talking about Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Ethan? Benji! Open the door! Open the door! Yeah, I'm trying. Oh my God! The other door!
And that's right. I'm Agent Logan Myers, and my good mate over there.
And I'm Agent Henry Hill. And that's right, we are back to cover the fifth film in the Mission Impossible franchise. We're talking about Rogue Nation, the very first film directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who had done some writing on, I believe, Ghost Protocol. He had done some writing initially. And when Brad Bird wasn't coming back, I believe he chose to do his own movie, Tomorrowland. So he didn't come back to direct this one. And Tom Cruise, working with McQuarrie in the past on Valkyrie, a couple other films as well. He wanted him for this movie and he signed on. And this is the beginning of a beautiful, cinematic, franchise relationship between these two, obviously working on the past, four films in this franchise and really bringing his flair, his vision, and, as always, up in the stakes, but really, just watching how he can film an action scene, just the action marvelous in this film, breathtaking, has you holding your breath, looks so real. You feel, suspense, all the tension when, Ethan's riding the motorcycle through traffic, cars coming out in front of him. It just feels at any second something's going to go horribly wrong. And it's just, it's invigorating and a crazy theatrical experience.
This is finally where they have James Bond meets John Wick. I feel like with Christopher McQuarrie on board to direct, it's way more action. It's so incredible, the scope of the movie. It's just a big, massive looking movie. It feels like you're in the movie. There's so much going on. There's so much on the line. Tom Cruise going over the top action scenes that are really could kill him. That's how far he goes for the cinematic experience. It really shows with his own stunts. Right from the get-go of the film on the plane, it just gets crazier and crazier throughout the movie. But really the start of a beautiful relationship in the Mission Impossible franchise. As you said, 4 films are going to be doing together, maybe more, who knows, but it really sets it off on the right foot.
Yeah, and we're introduced to some new actors coming in here, specifically Rebecca Ferguson playing this other agent, this femme fatale for Ethan Hunt to go up against. And I really liked how they worked together. It gave Ethan, it felt like he had an equal in this as a female character. We've seen some female characters in the past. I think Paula Patton was supposed to come back for this movie, but her and Maggie Q had other projects going on. So they brought in Rebecca Ferguson. And I think that was a really smart choice by McQuarrie. I really liked what she brought to this franchise. You believed her and the sequences and the action, in the scene where she's in her dress and she kind of takes off her high heels when she's fighting, smart things like that. Whereas in other movies, the women would just run with high heels on for no reason. It's a lot of realism in this movie.
She's an action star, like she can portray that and still be beautiful at the same time. But she's a force to be reckoned with, especially in the bike and all the scenes in the film. And the scene with the opera really stood out to me when Simon Pegg's going in, and obviously there's a big fight and gunshots, guns ablazing in there, and there's like one that turns in from like a clarinet into a gun.
Yeah,
So badass. It's like a shootout and just like badass action scene, just stuff I would never see coming in an opera house, and they really pulled that off. And Rebecca Ferguson, amazing in this movie.
Yeah, just like in the poster behind you, that's what she was wearing, that yellow dress in there, and she was like a sharp sniper trying to shoot the guy in the box watching the opera. Just some breathtaking sequences though, like we mentioned before, the scene where Tom Cruise is riding the motorcycle, just flying, going over 100 miles an hour in between cars and traffic, just weaving in and out of traffic at any second. Somebody could open their car door and he could die. That's kind of what you feel with this. It really is like a Mission Impossible, but the way they filmed it's just, awesome. I love what McQuarrie brings to this franchise. He really ups the scope and the ante of these films. Whereas, the first films, the first three specifically, it really felt like impossible. But what McQuarrie brings into this, he films it. So, although it's improbable and impractical, he gets crews to actually do these crazy stunts. So you get to actually see it on film. So, it's not impossible. It's just, it's some cool stunts and stuff that they do. I'm always blown away by what they did, especially in Rogue Nation. I remember seeing this at the drive-in here and just being like, damn, this is an insane, awesome action movie.
Blows you away even from your car. You're like, holy shit, I can't believe he's
Yeah.
really doing that. They got rid of all the visual effects CGI and just put strap crews on a plane and helicopter and motorcycle, you name it, and just start filming. Hopefully it doesn't die. That's what Tom Cruise goes for that experience. And he said he's gonna be doing this until he's 80. So we got another 20 years of Tom Cruise going over the top. Maybe in the next film he'll jump his bike over a volcano or something.
Right. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised.
But yeah, this is really a beautiful movie. I had a great time with this. I love the introduction. Rebecca Ferguson, all the action scenes in the supporting cast, planes, trains, automobiles, and helicopters, and much, much more with action. And really tells a great story here and made me really excited for the next film being Fallout. So really fun time. Enjoyed this one a lot. This is a movie I definitely rewatch and purchase on 4K. So that being said, I'm going to give Mission Impossible Part 5, Rogue Nation, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 Christopher McQuarrie hair pieces.
Awesome movie. As we've mentioned, obviously the action is insane and amazing, but the writing and, the way the team interacts with each other, it's just to a whole new level is what McQuarrie does. He involves all the supporting cast. It really feels like everybody gets their time to shine within the IMF. Simon Pegg working along with Ving Rhames and Luther, Jeremy Renner. Everybody has something to do and really, and has their input and, they work well as a team together in this. You really feel like the IMF is really working, 100% in this film. And the sequences are breathtaking. I can't say enough about this film. I was blown away with this. This was my favorite, up until Fallout came out. They're pretty close though. This is, an awesome movie and an awesome franchise. And as, usual, Tom Cruise doing some insane stuff, holding on to the side of a plane. It's pretty awesome. All the locales that they chose to film, breathtaking. Like you mentioned, it really does feel like they're, taking more from the James Bond aspect, taking them all around the world. And it really, the scope of the film's huge. So that being said, I am going to give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation a 4.5 out of 5 Benji hair pieces. So we want to hear from all you guys. What did you guys think of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? Did you guys enjoy it as much as us, or did you enjoy the other films better? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to click or shoot subscribe. Also, make sure to follow along with us on all our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget to check out our website, Cinephellas.com, for all the latest and greatest TV movie news and reviews.
Stay tuned to this YouTube channel all summer long. All the hot reviews are coming through for all the brand new movies and TV shows we've been checking out. And also the Mission Impossible franchise, which we've been having a great time the past 2 weeks reviewing it, leading up until the review of the brand new film, Part 7, dropping this week.
So until the next Cinephellas Mission Impossible franchise review, I'm IMF Agent Henry Hill.
And I'm Ving Rhames, signing out to the next movie review. Cheers!
This review will self-destruct in 5 seconds.